Dasa Arahado Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahado Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahado Samma Sambuddhassa. Today we go to
page 351.
351. Yeah. So last week, commented explain the opinion about the what? About the sambada, asambada, a little bit, and also it explained. It mentioned the idea or the Mahatagata. It means he don't reject it directly. He don't reject totally. Okay, partly he is reasonable. Then this one is just what? Sambada asambada. This dispute or this disagreement explained here. And then the following simile or the five similes are provided to mention what? To mention the sensitivities don't miss each other, don't mix one another, don't mix one another. Okay. So previously, commentator already provided by means of the characteristic, function, manifestation, approximate cause. Okay, so by providing the commentator want to say that these five sensitivities don't miss one another because they have their own characteristics, etc. In terms of the after that, he want to explain what the different ajasaya is a what? Inclination, okay, different inclination and also different bases, okay, different base. That's why here after the explanation about the sambada asambada with the five similes commentator provide commentator want to mention that these five sensitivities do not mix one another, okay, with the five similes. He adi samanani jedani, that is about the eye. Okay, so in order to make it easy, I make a chart for you with the five. Okay, here. So similes of a sensitivity. Okay, first simile is what? Can you see?
Yes, Sayadaw.
Okay. So first column is a sensitivity, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body sensitivities. Then they are here 1, 2, 3. The fourth column is similes. Eye is explained with the simile of the snake, and then ear is with the simile of a crocodile, and then nose is a bus with the simile of butts. Becky, something that one who has a wing, Becca, wing. So tan is with a simile of a kokura, dog. Dog means what? Like a pet. Body sensitivity is explained with a simile of a singala. Singala. Is it right? False is a singala. Or Any other?
I think a Singala is a wolf, is a one-time wolf, not a fox.
Yeah. In Myanmar, we got Migwe, maybe.
Yeah, it's a one type of dog.
One time, maybe forest dog. Like the forest dog, those who live, the dogs, they live in the forest, and also maybe they make a different sounds, like not the same like a dog.
It looks like a dog, actually it's not a dog.
It's a jackals, you know.
Yeah, sure, that one. Because what I remember is a fox, and that's why I put it here. Jackal, Jackle, right?
Jackal, you know.
Jackal, okay, Jackal.
Al, you know.
Al.
Yes.
Okay, Jackal. That's the
But Sayadaw, the fox is also called Singara, I checked.
Fox is also Singala.
Yes.
Maybe we cannot differentiate fox or jackal. So both of them okay. Yeah. So mostly jackal, they live in the cemetery, right? They eat the dead body, human dead body. So that's sort of dogs. Maybe fox, they don't eat. I don't know. Maybe you can check with their nature. Here, as these animals, they have a different likes and dislikes. Okay, so also high sensitivity, they have a different likes and dislikes. Okay, so for the snake, last time we say it don't like tedious place, but they want to stay in the untidy places. So also I don't like, okay, the like ajasaya, that they call ajasaya. Okay, I don't like visamajasaya, uneven places, okay? Uneven objects, uneven objects. It likes uneven or untidy objects. So like what? Like paintings, and also flowers and creepers. It find delight in these things. So also snake, they like what? Grass. Many grasses are there, and also many dust, heap of the dust, or inside the hole. So they share the same thing. That's why with this paragraph, commentator want to explain that ajasaya. Okay, ajasaya. First part is ajasaya. Second part is naysaya. Naysaya means the base, something to depend on, something that eye sensitivity tends to depend on. Okay, so here for the eye sensitivity, we already read Rupa Jeta Bopha Ladadi Jitesu Yewa Abhidhamma. Strange or wonderful paintings, and also flowers and creepers. These are the bases for the eye. The eye tends to depend on these bases. Naysaya. Okay. So we can say Naysaya and what Ajasaya. So that part we already read in Pali. So now we go to the Soda. Susumarobi, the last paragraph on the page number 351. Susumarobi. Susumara is a crocodile. Okay, crocodile. Crocodile is not this, not like this. L-E. Crocodile. Okay. Crocodile. Susumarobi Bahi Nekando Gahidaba Nabasadi. So when he go out of the water, Bahi means out outside the water. So Nekando, when it goes out, Hidaban, what is to be taking, what is not to be taking, Hido, Nabasadi does not see. Why? Akini name lidwa wa jaradi. So with a closing eye, with a closed eye, he go around. Akini name lidwa wa jaradi. Yadabana, by the wind, Yamasada Madan, Yamasada. Sada means 100. Yama is how to go. Maybe if we stretch out the both of our hand, that's called 1 Yama. In Yama we got the land. Yama Mada. In English, I think you may have a word. Yama Mada, where is it? What has this? Where it is? Then K, open space. Yama, the crocodile does not see there with the eye shut. But when it dive into the water, fathom long, that word forget. Fathom long, okay? Maybe 100 fathoms. Yama means fathoms. We stretch both of our hands out. So that sort of measurement is called fathom. Yeah. Is a measurement of 100 fathoms. Udagam, so which has the water, which has a measurement of 100 fathoms. Oga Hedwa having dived into such a water, Bilam, but we say the having entered into the hole. Nibbano Hodi for asleep. Tada. So Nibbano, maybe lying down. Tada. Then that's Jeda Igagan Hodi. Other than his mind is 1 point, become a 1 pointed, 1 pointless. So it means concentrated. Sukha Subadi. So sleep well. So it sleep well. So Ewa Mewa similarly, Sodambi Edam Bila Jasayam. Ajasaya is there. Inclination. Bila means the hole. Cavity, ear cavity. The ear hole. So ear hole is the inclination of the eye, the ear. Then the base, Agasa Sanit Siddhan, it depends on what? Depends on the space. Kana Cheda Kuba, Kubage Yewa Ajasayam, Karodi, Kana Cheda Kuba. So Kana means the ear, Cheda means the cut, something hole. So if you cut the two something into two bit, then there is a hole. The kuba, it is something like a cup, okay, inside between these two parts. That is called kanachita kuba. Kubagi yewa. So kubaga means small hole, small ear hole. Ajasayam karodi. So sodan ajasayam karodi. So soda, ear, mace is inclination only to the small ear hole. So so here mentioned soda depends on this space agasa. Without agasa, cannot hear. So Gana Cheda Gaso Yewa.
Hi, Sayadaw.
Yes.
What is tampe, Sayadaw?
Pardon?
What is tampe? So we have a wa me wa so tang tampe.
So damn be damn. So damn be damn. So
Yes, it's a typo in the
type, yeah.
yeah. Okay, sorry. Thank you.
So damn be a damn. Like a check home be damn.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
So Kana Chedaka so ye what? Only the space of ear hole. Tassa Sada Sawane. Tassa mean of this soda. Sada Sawane and hearing the sound. Pajayo Hodi is a it means Agaza. Kana Cheda Gaza means a space in the ear hole is a subordinate condition of the condition for hearing the sound of condition of the ear in hearing the sound the sound. Okay. Kana Chedaka so yewa dasa sada sawane bajehodi ajadaga so be vadadi yewa. So here ajada means the sky. Okay. Ajada. So jada you already know, right? Ando jada bahi jada jadaya jadita like that. So jada means what? A dangle.
Yes, tango.
Dangle. So in there is the place where there is no tangle is ajada. So it is agasa, right? In the sky there is no tree, no plant, and no human being like that. But nowadays in the sky they have. They try to
Yes.
they try to build space stations over there, and so that's why may not be ajada. Ajada is a sky, agasa space, sky space. Also, Vadadi Yewa is also proper condition. Ajada agasa also proper condition for the ear in hearing the sound. Vadadi Yewa. That is Ajada agasa means said by the Maha Atthagata, right? Maha Atthagata idea. So here with this what he partly accept. He mentioned whenever Buddha goes partly accept this idea. So and then if he say like this, then there is another problem. And only now, and then he want to confirm his statement that Ajada Gasa sky space also a proper condition for the ear. So that's why he want to provide with the confirmation. Then he and only nasame he and he means to elaborate or to make it confirm. Inside the cave and lena means something to hide. The place in which people hide. And only nasame and the cave inside the cave. Sajaye Kriya Mani, when we make a recitation. Na Lena Chadana Pendedowa. Lena Chadana means covering. So covering of the cave means the without break Pendedowa having broken. Sado Bahi na Nekamadi, the sound does not go out. Having broken in the covering of the cave. So if we close the door and then maybe inside your room also you close the door, but then whatever you decide, maybe people outside they may not hear. But it is not in the Bonyajari's place. When you jari play, maybe they can hear.
So Sayadaw,
Yeah.
the na, so we
Na.
have to connect it with the nikamadi, or we have.
Yeah. Na nekamadi. Yeah.
Oh.
We need the one na nekamadi. So yeah, with the main verb, we connect. Negative body, yeah, connect with the main verb. So when we reside inside the cave, very safe cave, no crack, then the sound does not go out. Breaking the wall, okay, chadana, breaking the wall or the the wall or the cave. But Dwara wada bana chedehi. So if there are holes or cracks, or the hole or the Dwara wada bana. Dwara means the main door. Wada bana means the windows. Wada means the wind. Bana means the drink. The house or the building drink the wind through this door. That's why they call window. Wada bana. In Myanmar we call Bidimba. Lidao Bidin. In the Asian Dai, it is translated as a Lidao Bidin. Lidao. Even though it does not drink water, wind, figuratively, it is said Wada bana. Chedehi with the hole of the door, and also with the hole of the windows. Nekamedoa through the through these holes. Nekamedoa having gone out. Dhatu parambara yewa kadindo, striking one element after another. And then Gandawa having gone Soda Basadan Gadedi, so strike the ear sensitivity. So maybe you stay outside the cave, then if the doors are open, then you can hear. So that means they strike, and the sound went out through the doors and windows, and also they are striking one another, and then reach to the ear door, ear sensitivity, and strike the eardrum, ear sensitivity. Upādābhājanīyaṃ, then at the die, Asugo nama sajayati. Okay. So the bazen or the monk so and so is residing or resides in this way. Janandi no, who know, Lena Beti Nisena, who are those who are sitting. Lena Beti, Beta means backside, right? In the back of the cave, in the backside of the cave, maybe outside the cave also okay. Lena Beti Nisena Janandi. So that one. With this sentence, a commentator want to explain what Ajada Agasa, open space, is also condition for the hearer to hearing the sound. On Sunday, if so, Sambada Gocharada Hoti, it is what? The soda began what? The Sambada Gochara, only the object. Sambada Gochara means that the ear takes the object that has reached. Okay, that has reached. Then Kaimbani then Sambada Gochara. Then if so, we call it as a Sambada Gochara, or the sensitivity that takes the object that has reached. Then that is another people, another teacher asked. Then Maha or explained us that Ama Sambada Gojara. This is yes, this is Sambada Gojara. Then from the another teacher continued to ask, Yadi A1, if so, Dure Veri Adisu Vajamanesu Dure Sado di Janana Nabawayadi. Then another question here. So if someone strike the bell in the distant places, Vajamanesu. So or bell, Veri is a bell. Dure Sado di Jananam Nabawaya. So there may not be knowing that it is the sound from the distant place, because the sound from the distant place does not come directly to the ear, but through the continuation of the continuous striking of the element against one another. So in that case, we may not be able to distinguish, we may not be able to know that, oh, this is the sound from the distant area, or far place or near place. Then Maha explained that no nabhavati, no nabhavati, no nabhavati. So it means what? No nabhavati means what?
It is.
No, yeah, it is. It is means no nabhavati means because they as a nabhavaya. Huh? Nabhavati may not know that. And Janana nabhavaya, knowing may not have been. So it happens. Okay, like this. Now nabhavati means it happens. In Myanmar we translate as a nabhavati. Mapyatiga normal whole. It is not that it does not happen. It is not that it does not happen. So it means what? We can know. So then he explained, Soda Basada Samehi Gadide, Dure Sado, Asane Sado, Pradire, Orimadire, Tata Janana Garo Hodi. So when sound strike in ear door, sound is not mentioned here. When it is striking in the ear door, Dure Sado, so sound from the far place, Asane Sado, far sound, near sound. Okay. Pradire Sado means the sound from the other shore, or from the other bank of the river. Orimadire on this bank, on this shore. Data, that's data, Jananagaro. In this manner, knowing in this manner happens. Dhammada is this is Dhammada is it is natural. Dhammada is means natural, or it is a customary. Kain idaya dhammadaya. With this natural, with this nature, what is the benefit of being with us nature? With this nature. Yado chedan, dado sawana, body. Yado. Whenever there is a whole, there is a hearing. Okay. Whenever there is a whole, or wherever there is a whole, wherever there is a whole, then there is a hearing. Or wherever there is a crack or space, then there is a hearing. So, and also he gave an example, Chandima Surya Dinan Dasana Viya, like seeing the sun, the moon, etc. Okay. Therefore, asambada gochara mevedam meva edam. It is only asambada gochara. So he stick commentator stick to the what asambada gochara. Therefore, it is asambada gochara. Even because it can hear whenever there is a space. So the distance doesn't matter. The matter is having space or not. If there is a space, then there can be here. There can be hearing. So that is an interesting point about the commentator's idea about the soda. So with this paragraph, we come to know that the ear has a what? Ear is a similar like a ear is like what? A crocodile. Crocodile don't find delight outside the water, but in the water. So also ear does not find delight outside ear cavity or outside space. So both points. So if there is no space, the ear cannot function. Only when there are two points. So one is inside ear cavity. So there should be ear cavity, and also there is the space. So then ear delights in these. Okay, in these two things. One thing is ear cavity, kanachita. Another is akasa, ajata akasa. Okay. So,
Hi, Sayadaw.
yes.
I don't understand his line of arguments. What does it mean? So, I mean, at the beginning, he said that it is sampata gojarata. So, he accept that.
Yeah.
And and then he said that then the question. So this is questions and answers by whom? Sayadaw.
Question, yeah. This point, the Atthagata, the Maha Atthagata. So first point, firstly, let me read for you. Sambada Gojarada, first point, A1 Sambada Gojarada, Hodi. So if so, that will be Sambada Gojara, Kimbana Idam. So Sambada Gojaram. So that is the question of the another Atthagata. It is here, Bhadadika Sayadaw provide. It is the question of the Sangha Atthagata. Sangha Atthagata, I don't know what is Sangha Atthagata, what we do. So that's why I don't mention, but it's okay. That first line, the first question is raised by the Sangha Atthagata. Okay, and then Ama Sambada Gocharam, the answer is a Maha Atthagata. Okay, this is Maha Atthagata's idea. Maha Atthagata's Ama Sambada Gocharam. And then Yadi A1, starting from the Yadi A1, Dure, Veri Adisu, Vajamanesu, Dure Sado, Janana, Nabhaveya Di. Okay, that is one counter question. That is the counter question together with the what? Pointing out the fault. Okay, pointing out the fault. So if so, then there we cannot. There can be not knowing of the what far, the sound from the far away and so on. So that is the Sangha Atthagata's counter question. And then okay, And then the Sayadaw Piṭaka explained no nabhavati. Okay, no nabhavati. No nabhavati. So it does not happen. It happens. No, knowing happens. And then in that case here, Bhadadika Sayadaw also didn't mention whose answer. Okay. Na bhavati mapyattika no maho bhavati eva Shitidadi. So here what the Sangha Athagata want to say the following was up to the Asambada Gochara Mevedam. So that is idea of the Sangha Athagata. Okay. Sangha Athagata. Then is after pointing out the weakness of them. So if we say that if it is Soda is Sambada Gochara, then we cannot know this is the sound from the far place or near place and so on. But he continued to say himself, Sangha Athagata. So it is we know whether it is the far sound or near sound and so on, and then we commented Sangha Athagata continue to say, so whenever there is a striking in the eardrum, ear sensitivity, there is a knowing, differentiating whether it is the sound far away or close, very close place, and so on. And then Dhammada is also he said. So after this nature, he make a conclusion. Yado chedan dado sawana. Whenever there is a hole, there is a hearing, then with the simile or the seeing. Then that's why it is asambada gochara ewa. So soda is only asambada gochara, the sensitivity that is object which has not yet reached yet. Okay, so yeah.
So these are just the opinions of different Athakathas, but and then we don't see the opinion of the Venerable Buddha Kosa.
So
all of these are quotations.
Yeah, then in that case we can understand that he agreed the Sangha Athagata. Because maybe he make even though we say Sangha Athagata, so but the source we don't know who is that. Maybe that other teachers, maybe from the Mahavihara, so who share the same opinion with the Venerable Buddha Gosa. Okay, that's why. So he didn't make his own opinion because he is on the side of Asambada Gochara.
So your daughter, the Mulatika, say anything, Sarah?
In that case, let me see Mulatika. Mulatika, let me see. Where are you?
It is.
Muladika, wait a moment, please. Dhammasaṅgaṇī Muladika, rūpakaṇḍaṃ, dukaniddeso. Visame ajasayo. Ragada Deva Yena Atha Wadando Anu Do Linas Mindi Adimaya Adano Deva Yena Wadando King Idaya Damada. So here Adano Muladiga mentioned that the Ajadaga Sobi Wadadi Edasa Atagata Deva Yena Atha Wadando Andolina Same the Adimaha. So the word Andolina Same. So as I explained you that Ajadaga Sobi Wadadi Yiwa on the page number 351. Maybe 1, 2, 3. The last three, the third last sentence. Ajadaga Sobi Wadadi Yiwa. So that is Mahaadhagada's idea, and also he want to explain Mahaadhagada's idea. That's why he continued to say, Adan Andolina Same, he Sajaya Kriya Mani, like that, up to the Adima. But then Adano Maha Muladika explained that page number 352, Atasalini. First paragraph, and then the third line. Okay, then K Idaya Dhammadaya. Okay, this one is Adano Debayina Wadando. Okay, Adano Debayina Wadando. The Maha what Mahabanviva Buddha Gosa's idea, his intention. Okay. With this idea, he want to mention, that's why K Edaya Dhammadaya Di Adima Adi Mawoja. Okay, that one. So it means that the last three line is the idea or the what Bhanaga Buddha Kosa.
I see.
Yeah. So he's sitting on the side of the Asambada Gochara.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you, Sayadaw.
Welcome. So that is about the ear, and then with the simile of the crocodile. And then next one is the nose. Nose is explained by me with the simile, with the illustration of the parts, specky. So here, maybe here you can see what the nose, like a bird. First, they are not happy on the trees because they cannot live for a long time. They cannot live there for long time, on the trees, on the earth. But what they find delight is only on the space, sky. They fly. Okay, that is. So similarly, okay. So nose does not find delight in the inside smell, but the outside smell. So whatever inside, he don't care. It doesn't care. But the nose, what the nose care is outside smell, whatever smell outside. So here we will read Pakivi. So the verse also Rokhe wa Bhumiyan wa Narame. They don't find delight on the trees or on the earth. Yadabana egan wa adwe wa lidubadi adekama ajadagasam pakhando hoti. Pakhando means fly away. It fly away to the ajadagasa, open space. Adekama, having gone beyond. Dwe eganwa dwe wa lidubadi. Lidubada means one stone throw. Throw. Yeah, we pick up the stone and then throw one throw or two throw like that, one or two throws. So having gone, maybe if we It was they come down, they rest on the earth, and then they just jump from here and there, and then after that they fly away in the sky. So dada ekaka citata upādābhājanīyaṃ. So when they are on the earth or on the tree, their mind is not concentrated. So maybe running here and there. Ekaka citata na upādābhājanīyaṃ at that time. But only when they are in the sky, they were concentrated. So they reach to the state of being one pointness, to the state of mind on the one point. One pointness state of mind. It reach. Ewa mewa similarly, Kanambi agasa jaya, agasa jasaya, agasa ajasaya, and also gojara. So ajasaya, inclination of the Ghana is a space, agasa. And then what? Waduba nesaya, Ganda gocharam. So it be depending on the wind. And let's take the object, smell object. The smell object. So when there is no wind, no support of the wind, then we cannot get any smell. So that is about the ajasaya and nesaya. Ghana has ajasaya, Ghana has akasa, S is ajasaya, inclination. Ghana has a nesaya, Ghana has a wada, air, S is a depending place. S is a base, or S is a condition. So also Ghana has an object, Ghana has a smell object. So datahi. So here also give with another simile for the Ghana. Kawo means house, or cow, or cadets, everyone. Nawawote means in the beginning of the rainy season, or maybe partly Nawa means new, Ota means rain, new rains. Find the time of a new rain. Dewe Bumiyan Kayedawa Nawawote Dewe. Okay. When there is a rainy, partly raining, then Bhumi and Kayedawa, the cows or cadets and owls, they may be kissing this, having kissed on the earth. Bhumi and Kayedawa. So trying to get the smell from on the earth. Agasa Bimukha Hodawa. So Agasa Bimukha means facing toward the sky or space. Wada agadandi. So draw. Okay. Draw the what? Draw the wind. It means inhale. Inhale or breathe in. So Ingulihi. So another example. Ingulihi ganda bainang gahidwa picha. Ja means not only this is simile, but another simile is Angulihi ganda bainang gahidwa bi. So smell ball. Ganda bainda. Bainda means like ball. So ganda bainda. Smell ball. Maybe how can we say? Like a tanakado. Okay, in Myanmar we have a tanakado. So maybe sort of a solid sense. Now Angulihi with our fingers, Gehedawabi, having hold. Even though when we are holding the ball or the smell, upādābhājanīyaṃ, when we kiss or when we try to get a smell, only vada anagadendo, without inhaling. Without inhaling, it means without drawing the wind. Dhammasaṅgaṇīpāḷi, so of this, the smell of this perfume or this scent, Niwa Janadi does not know. So that is what commentator, with these two similes, commentator want to explain that the support of the wind, okay, without support of the wind, even though we have a perfume, very good perfume, but if we don't inhale, we cannot get a smell. So with the second simile, second example, commentator want to say what? The importance of the wind as a support for the soda to get a smell, for the ghana to get a smell. And then with the first simile of the cow, so what? What is that? So agasa bimukha, okay? Agasa bimukha, the important, the facing toward the space. So, and then inhale. So that means what? The importance of the agasa as inclination for the ghana. Okay. So with this paragraph, commentator want to say that the ghana and then is a adjacent of the ghana is outside space. Okay, outside space. And then what? The nesaya. Nesaya is what? Nesaya is a wind, wada. Okay. With the simile of the what? Birds. Not only birds, cow and what? The smelling, the perfumes. Then next one is 10. 10 is explained with the simile of the dog, kokura. Kokura, dogs. So they don't, and their nature, their likes and dislikes is like this. They does not feel safe. They do not feel safe outside the house or outside their sleeping place. But because of many people, they hit and they beat and they frighten them. That's why they feel not happy outside their sleeping place. So then after that, they went back to the home, and then what? They go to their sleeping place. Maybe, I don't know in your countries or in Myanmar, we have dogs. When we have a dog in our house, then they mostly sleep near the cooking place, okay, near the fireplace. So whenever the place in which we cook, kitchen, something like a kitchen, but mostly we put the kitchen is outside, open space. So there we make maybe 2 or 3 bricks or there put. And then inside this, we put the firewood and band, and then upon it, we put a pot to cook. Then after cooking, there is a heat, and also there are ashes. So maybe under the ashes, maybe heat remain for a long time. So the dogs are very happy to stay there. They mostly stay. So like this is simile, with a simile, then so also the dam, the nature of the dam is what? Here we can find by reading. Kokuro bi bahi vicharando khemathana napasati, the same place, khemathana napasati, kokuro, the dog does not see the safe place. But he vicharando when he wander around, when we go around outside. So ledu baharadihi upadudo hodi. So they are striking by what ledu means is stones, bahara means striking. They were they were tortured by throwing stones and sticks. And Doghaman, but we say to her, having entered into the village, Udana Thani, Udana means in the cooking place, Charigam, Udana, I don't know, Udana Thani, let me see, Udana Thani.
Udana is a fireplace.
Fireplace, fireplace, yes. Let me read the translation. Like this. Udana Dhani, the Pokanau Shia, Ayana, yeah, fireplace. So the place, Pokanau here means Mibo. We make a fire there for cooking. So Udana Dhani. Charigam means ashes. You hate the war. You hate the war is also okay. You hate the war or you hate the war. So having scratched with their hands. Nibbanasa. So or the dog who sleeps. Pana Pasugan Hodi that he feel very happy. And he feel well. Iwa Mewa. Similarly, Jwabi. In your book, what is that? Kama Jasaya.
Yes, it's a Kama Jasaya.
Yeah. So Kama Jasaya. Translation also is a village. Gama. In the translation book, it is mentioned Gama Ajasaya. It inclined to the Gama. But I don't know what does it mean. So when we read the translation, Burmese translation, Bhattadika Sayadaw as well as O Naisaya, P Sayadaw Naisaya, both of them they mention what? Abhajasaya. Instead of Gamajasaya. Very much different. So in this version, we have a Gamajasaya. So Jewa find delights in the karma. It is what does it mean? Karma jasaya. What do Banesaya Ganda, what do Banesaya, and then Ghana, the Aboja, Sahagari, Bajendra Buddho, Kiladiko.
So Sayadaw,
Yes.
you said in the Pasatika and then the old translation as well says the Sayadaw?
Yes. Both of the Burmese translation.
Sayadaw. What does it mean, Sayadaw?
Abba means water.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
Abba, not Abba, right?
Abba.
Yeah.
Abba.
The verb is Abba Jayati, right?
Abhajasaya. Ajasaya. Ajasaya means inclination.
Yeah.
Abo means
Sayadaw. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It inclined to the water or being wet. So and also I think it is a better, more appropriate. Kama Jasaya. So translation the exposed that what is it? It also mentioned Kama Jasaya. No, not Abhajasaya. Because it mostly depend on the depend on what? This book also read Burmese translator. He also look at the Bhikkhu Pasado, but he didn't mention about this. Village.
Yeah, but how we understand Kama Abo Ajasaya?
Abo Ajasaya is a more appropriate. It
I mean, we
includes
have the Kama in the village.
Kama. If you Kama Jasaya, so maybe village, or maybe we can take a village, there are many food. Foods are there. Like that we can take. That is okay. That will be okay. Kama Jasaya. Let's see. Smell in the cotton. Kama Jadasa Magadari of the season. Hold on. I just mark, but I don't find it now. Oh, here maybe. So in the translation, what I see is only the village, and the village is a not proper, not the right meaning. Maybe in figuratively we can take it. So then we better take it about Abhajasaya. Abhajasaya. In that case, Bhattadika Sayadaw also didn't mention anything. So when the that means when he found something new, which is not proper, mostly he explained that Bhattadika Sayadaw don't leave and that's such a point. So in this case, he didn't mention anything. And then he just say Abhajasaya. Abhajasaya yenai phito alu sanda shidi. So that's all. And the footnote also he didn't give. So it means in the books you don't find any such a variant reading. Okay, so whenever he find a very, even he is a very strict to the long or short, very long or short vowels. So even if something is strange, he see, then he might have a set. So by seeing this, we can understand that in the Asian Piṭaka also, they don't have a Kama Jasaya, only Abhajasaya. So it inclines to the abodhatu, water element being wet. And then abosanesita rasa aramana. Aramana object is a rasa, taste is okay. That abosanesita, that the condition for the Jewa dhatu is abo. Pachaya condition, sanesita. So we can later we can say as a nesaya only base. So here with this we can understand that Jewa dhatu, like a dog, like a dog, I have delight in the fireplace. So also about that the 10 sensitivity find delight in the wet. About that being wet. It does not like a drying. Then with the example, commentator continue to explain. Tatahi diya marade samana dhamma karedwabi padowa padajivara madaya gamo pavisitavo hodi. So maybe bhikkhu, a bhikkhu having practiced samana dhamma for 3 watches of the night. 3 watches of the night. 3 watch maybe for the whole night. He practices a meditation ardently. Padowa in the early morning because he may be hungry. Padajiwara adaya having taken ansbo and robes. Kamobo Wisidabo Hodi. So he should be entered into the village. Sukha Kadaniyasa, Sukha dry, Kadaniyasa food, dry food, edible food. Nasaga Kilina Ademitasa, Rasam Janido. So Kila means with the saliva, Ademitasa, Demita means what? Smeared. Okay, or being wet. Not being wet, with the saliva. So the dry food that has not yet been wet with the saliva. Rasam, other dry food. The taste of the dry food. Janido, to know. Nasaka, unable to know. So that man, even though he is hungry, if he put food into the mouth, but if his mouth is dry, then not being wet with the with the saliva, then he cannot get a taste. So it means importance of the abodadu, abba, being wet. So that's why it inclined to the abo, and also it depends on the abo. Okay. So next one is a kaya basada. So let us finish for this. Body sensitivity is explained with the simile of the jagal singala. So singala are happy, not happy outside the symmetry, but happy in the symmetry because that they have their food and then also they are safe there. So also our physical body find delights on the support of the physical body, or the upādābhājanīyaṃ body. The upādābhājanīyaṃ means that has karma born physical body. So if they don't get any support from that physical body, it does not find delight. So here, Sangalo bi Bahicharando Radena Waindati. Waindati means get, does not get a delight. Why he is going outside the jungle, outside the what? Outside the cemetery. Amaga Susani. So Amaga Susani. Susana. Amaga is a what? What is Amaga? Amaga Susani.
Fresh.
Yeah, Amaga.
Like a roll fresh.
Newly died. The dead body or the newly died. A place. Okay, that is a what? And that is called Susana, cemetery. Cemetery in which newly died physical body or dead bodies are placed. Yeah, new dead bodies are placed. That in that Amaka Susana. Manosa Mansam, the flesh of a human beings, the corridor having eating. Nibanase wa Panasa, the Pana Asa. Only for the jagal who sleep, having eaten human flesh, and the cemetery in which new dead bodies are placed. At that time, he feel very happy. Pasuka, Hoti, Ewa Mewa, Kayo Bi. In this way, similarly, this body also, Upādānaka Jasayo, Ajasaya, inclination of the this body sensitivity is upādānaka, this physical body, crushed by the what? craving and wrong view, or accumulated by the craving of you. Patavi Nesita Podabharamano, it depends on the, it gets support from the Patavi element. And also it has the object of touching, tangible object. Here also commentator explain Tatahi. So to explain what the simile about this, about the kaya. Anya upadinaga, alabamana, saddha, adanowa, hatha dali, sisangadawa, nibajandi. So when you sleep, what other day, if you don't have a pillow, then what happens? Upadinaga, alabamana. Saddha, adanowa, hatha dali, only on your palms, so you sleep. Sisangadawa, having placed your head, having made your head on the palms of your hand, on your palms, on their own palms. So it means that how much they rely on they incline to the upadinaga. Ajadika bahira ja asa batawi aramane gahani bachaya hondi. So ajadika batawi bahira batawi. So internal, external, earth elements. They are supportive conditions for the kaya in taking the sensitive tangible object. Susantatat sa pi hi sayanasa. So on the well prepared bed, okay, we can simply say bed. Susantata means well arranged. Okay, well arranged bed. Sayanasa, even though you sleep on a very well prepared bed. Hati tapidanambi. Okay, there after sayanasa, you better have a comma. Even though susantadasa sayana means what? Sayana means sleeping place. Yeah, sleeping place. You better, it is to take a sleeping place. Susantada sayana, well prepared bed. Santada means kendare, separated, well separated sleeping place. Because you see, anisi dandina in the next line, anisi dandina, without sitting, even though the bed is well prepared, but so long as we don't sit on it. Okay. And also, hati tapidanambi palana, even though we place fruits on our hand. Okay, even though we place fruit, maybe apple or whatever fruit on our hand, anepilendena. Okay, if we do not want to squeeze, or maybe if we do not squeeze, then tada muda bawo, tada mudu bawo, janido nasaka. So tada means hard, mudu means a soft, state of hardness and softness. We do know that hard or soft, it is not possible. Okay, because we don't, even though the bed are well prepared, but so long as we don't sit, we cannot know whether this is soft or luxurious or hard. We don't know. So also we put the fruits on our hand, so long as we don't squeeze, then we cannot know what is, whether this one is hard or already soft. So ajadika bahira batawi edasa kaya pasadasa upādābhājanīyaṃ pachayo hoti. Therefore, no, therefore, what the internal, external, earth elements are supportive conditions for the kaya body sensitivity in knowing and cognizing what the tangible object. So here, that's why what the 5 similes is giving. And so, A1 Lakana di Wawotana do pi Edesa Asam Mesada Viditava. So in this way, of what? By designing characteristic function, etc. Also, it is some of these 5 sensitivities, state asam mesada, state of being not missed, or should be no viridava. And then anyeye wahi cheku basadasa lakana. So there you can count the lakana, rasa, pachupadhana, badathana, and then gojara, object, ajasaya, gojara, jasaya, and then nesaya, 7. So these 7 things of the eye sensitivity is one thing. The 7 things of the another sensitivity, soda, etc. also the other thing. That's why they are not missed. Asam Mesani wa Chaka Yadana Dini. Therefore, Chaku, eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity, etc., they don't miss one another. So that is about the what 5 sensitivities, and then the commentator want to explain that with these pages, paragraphs we have read today. Commentator want to mention what only Gochara, Ajasaya, and then Nesaya. Okay, Gochara object, Ajasaya means inclination, Nesaya means basis. So in terms of the basis, in terms of Gochara object, in terms of the inclination, they are also different from one another. That's why they sensitivity don't mix. Okay. So with this, we will conclude for today. Thank you so much for listening. Buddha Sasanam Jiram Daitadu, Buddha Sasanam Jiram Daitadu, Buddha Sasanam Jiram Daitadu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank you so much, Sayadaw. Good night, Sayadaw.
Good night, Sayadaw.
Have a nice sleep.
Yes, you too, Sayadaw. See you tomorrow, Sayadaw.
Okay, see you.